Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everybody. Now is February the 9th, 2021. I want to tell you a story about Mr. Jokowi and his senior schoolmate in senior high school. This story happened in 2014 when Mr. Jokowi visited Garut, West Java. Someone called himself Mr. Sudaryatno met him and said to Mr. Jokowi, "Hello Mr. I was your senior high school mate in senior high school 6 Surakarta back in the 80s. And Jokowi admitted as well that he was Sudaryatno's junior schoolmate. Mr. Jokowi kissed Mr. Sudaryatno at both cheeks. The problem is, Jokowi claimed to be graduated from senior high school 6 Surakarta in the year 1980. And that particular school, senior high school 6 Surakarta, for the first time graduated students in the 1980. So, how can it be Sudaryatno was his senior schoolmate and Jokowi was junior schoolmate for Sudaryatno? Now we know that Jokowi is lying, that he was graduated from that school in 1980, because it's obvious that he ever had senior high school mate in that school, Mr. Sudaryatno. So if you are graduated from senior high school 6 Surakarta in the 1980, you are the first graduation from that school. You cannot have any senior schoolmate. And you know, on that occasion, Sudaryatno and Jokowi was acting like Jack Dawson and Fabrizio in the film Titanic when the ship set off from the harbor. When Jack Dawson waved to people who he didn't know at all, and Fabrizio asked Jack Dawson, "Do you know them?" And Jack Dawson answered, "Of course not. That's not the point." So Jack Dawson was acting as if he knows that people and waved to them. So in that story, Mr. Jokowi was pretending that he remembering Sudaryatno as his senior mate in the school, senior schoolmate, and Sudaryatno was pretending that he is remembering Jokowi as his junior schoolmate. The problem is, it is impossible that the first graduation from any school can have senior schoolmate, and it happens to Jokowi and Sudaryatno. Thank you. God bless you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Remember the days of the old schoolyard? We used to laugh a lot. Oh, don't you remember the days of the old schoolyard? When we had imaginings and we had all kinds of things, and we laughed and needed love. Yes, I do. Oh, and I remember you. Remember the days of the old schoolyard? We used to cry a lot. Oh, don't you remember the days of the old schoolyard? When we had simplicity and we had warm toast for tea, and we laughed and needed love. Yes, I do.